Very good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Swati Atri, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, and convener of Research and Development Cell, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Shabad, Haryana. On behalf of Research and Development Cell, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, I welcome our resource person, Dr. Kulwant Singh, from Skill and Development Training Center, Government of Haryana, Madam Principal, Dr. Aarti Trehan, college management members, and our participants, including faculty members, academicians, research scholars, and students who have joined us from different states of the nation in this one-day online national workshop on the topic Research Paper Writing Using AI Tools. The national workshop is being organized by Research and Development Cell under the guidance of IQAC and Institution's Innovation Cell, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya Shabad. Let's start the event with a holy tradition of lamp lighting ceremony and seek the blessings from Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Let's start the lamp lighting.
कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
Thank you all. So moving ahead, I request our Principal Madam, Dr. Aarti Trehan, for the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Swati. Honorable and distinguished resource person of the day, Dr. Kulwant Singh Ji, from Skill Development and Industrial Training Institute, Government of Haryana, learned participants from all over India, Dr. Swati Atri, convener of workshop, as well as Research and Development Cell, all the members of organizing committee, a very good morning to each and everyone. Friends, today we all are on this online platform for the national workshop on research paper writing using AI tools. I extend a very warm welcome to each and everyone. We all know technology is continuously evolving and is impacting our lives. Artificial intelligence is making significant headlines since 2022 with the launch of ChatGPT, It is driving numerous innovations virtually in every field, thereby helping humans tackle the most challenging issues. Artificial intelligence is supporting researchers also by knowledge mining. In the area of research field, artificial intelligence tools are very significant as they improve accuracy by reducing human errors in data processing, citation management, and language, contributing to higher quality research outcomes. The objective of this workshop is to boost research efficiency, improve paper quality, empowering young researchers with AI tools, and to encourage ethical use of AI. To enlighten us on this occasion, we are having with us very knowledgeable and esteemed resource person, Dr. Kulwant Singh Ji from Skill Development and Industrial Training Institute, Government of Haryana. I extend a very warm and hearty welcome to you, sir, on behalf of Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Shahabad. We are honored to have you as a resource person for today's workshop. We are also grateful to you for accepting our invitation and sparing your valuable time for our institution. We are eagerly waiting for the valuable insights during the workshop on the set topic from your side. We are also grateful to all the participants who from all over India have joined us to make our program successful. I congratulate Dr. Swati Atri, convener of this workshop, as well as Research and Development Cell, and all the members of organizing committee of this workshop for the organization of a very valuable workshop for the researchers. Hope all the takeaways of this workshop are highly beneficial to each and everyone. With these words and best wishes to all, thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Principal. Writing a research paper holds a significant importance for academicians and researchers. We often face a struggle and find this difficult when it comes to writing or drafting our research work. So nowadays, as AI has assisted us in a day-to-day routine task, so therefore, in this workshop, we will be focusing on AI tools, that how AI tools can be helpful for us in the purpose of research writing. So with these objectives, motivation which we have received from the participants who have joined us from all over the nation, and to meet the expectations of the academic community, we have organized this national workshop on research paper writing using AI tools. There are some instructions which I wish to pass to all the participants. Kindly turn off your mic and cameras during the session, as the sessions are being recorded. So for the purpose of issuance of certificate, it's mandatory to join each and every session. We will be having the 3 sessions. There will be a short tea break after session 1 and a lunch break after session 2. If you have any query or question you want to ask to our resource person, you can post them in the chat box, or you can raise your hands on the Google Meet. We will be taking all your queries and questions in the discussion session. Moving ahead, I would like to welcome and introduce our resource person for today's workshop, Dr. Kulwant Singh. Dr. Kulwant Singh works in the Skill Development and Industrial Training Department, Government of Haryana. He has over 15 years of experience in teaching, research, and administration at technical colleges and universities across Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan. Previously, he served as an associate professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Chandigarh University, Mohali. He is an alumnus of Kurukshetra University and Guru Jambheshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar, where he completed his undergraduate and postgraduate studies in mechanical engineering. Dr. Kukna obtained his PhD in mechanical engineering from Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar, Punjab. Throughout his 16 years of teaching career, Dr. Kukna has received numerous awards recognizing his excellence in research, teaching, and administration from the various organizations. He has a distinguished record of publication in SCI journals and actively supervises masters and PhD scholars. Dr. Pugna has delivered numerous expert talks at national and international workshops and faculty development programs. Furthermore, he has facilitated over 150 training workshops as a coordinator and resource person on various topics, including a Mendeley Reference Manager, Zotaro, article writing skills, general selection, and AI tools for researchers. So it's our privilege that such a great and versatile personality has joined us. So we are highly grateful for accepting our invitation on just one call. And I'm sure all the participants will going to enhance their knowledge with your expertise in the field. So now, without taking much time, I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Kulwant Singh, our honorable speaker of today's workshop. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Aarti ma'am, Principal of Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Dr. Swati ma'am, and their team for inviting me as a resource person on this valuable workshop for 1 day. So, as you have already discussed all the things, so we should start without any delay. So I am sharing the screen. So just let me know the screen is visible to you, and then we can start. As Principal ma'am explored that these days, AI is the necessity of every field for the assistance purpose, because it is worthwhile to save our time using the available resources in every field, either in the academics or in the research field. So in this workshop or FDP, we will cover the research paper writing using AI tools, because most of the participants are from the research domain, and we will try to get some insights how to write a research paper using these artificial intelligence platforms. So just confirm that screen is visible to you and my voice is clear to all.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So in this complete topic where we will discuss about the research paper writing using AI tool, we divide this complete content in the 3 sessions. First is writing a research paper. Then we will discuss effectively utilization of AI tools in the research writing, and then the important AI tools we can use in the research writing as a assistance. Because I think most of the participants are very keen to learn or discuss the AI tools to draft the paper, to draft outline, to draft their title, to improve their research paper. But direct switching to the AI tools, it is very important to understand the major concept of writing a research paper. Because in this, in every session, there is some of participants, those who are well known to every process, but there is many participants, those who are beginner. And it is also important to concern the major concept of writing the paper. Then only we can effectively learn about, or we can effectively discuss how the AI tools may be helpful to improve our writing skills, to save our time utilizing these platforms. So in this session, we will start with writing a research paper. Every researcher is willing to publish in the reputed journal, where we are looking for the high impact factor journals, high indexing like SCI index, Scopus index, or UGC listed journals. And all these journals have a specific you can say, process of review before selection. And if we understand what is the process, which type of the paper they are looking for, what is the content they are looking for in our paper, then only we can provide the proper content for a paper. Because when we discuss with the scholars, generally there is one message, or you can say one point, that I send my paper to the journal, but it is rejected every time. So this question may reflect, or you can say may highlight some point that our paper is not up to the mark to map with the standard of the journal where we are submitting. So how we can prepare a paper with the proper content, proper quality content, where we can explore the something that is required by the journals, then only we can think for the publication in the reputed journal. So writing a research paper. First of all, we need to understand what is the structure of a research paper. I think that is well known to all the participants. There is 3 segments in a research paper. First is the search and find, means the part of a research paper that is utilized to search or find that paper after publication. Second part, that will tell the story of our research work. And third, that provide the context to the complete paper. If we discuss in the detail, title of our research paper, abstract of our paper, and keywords. These 3 parameters generally used for the searching and finding a paper available in the any research database. Then, introduction of our research paper, methods or methodology of our research paper, results and discussion part. These segments are tell what we have done, what is the story of our research, and conclusion, acknowledgements, references, or any supplementary or supporting material will provide the context to the paper. Now, from this structure, we have to take some initiative or take some message when we are writer, when we are writing a paper as a author, because suppose I am the audience, I am the reader, I am the scholar, and I started a research. I am just beginner, so I will try to find the paper on the online database. So how I use, which type of the paper I will select. So title, abstract, and keywords are freely available in all the databases. And on the basis of these 3 components, as a reader, I will select a paper for my research or to just read. It means these 3 parameters have the highest value. Because at the initial first level, you will see the title, abstract, and keyword of a paper in all the databases. And these 3 components are freely available. Either the paper is under subscription or the open access. And then second thing, what is the objective of your research, what method you use, what you result get, and how you map your research objective with your result. All these stories, all these information we will get from the introduction, methods, result, and discussion. It means in these 3 sections, we have to provide the concise information about our research. And conclusion. acknowledgement, references, and supporting material that provide a context to the complete paper. If we understand this complete concept from this structure, then we can write a good paper from our research work. We will discuss briefly all the parts. So first of all, the manuscript title. Because when you discuss with your supervisor, with your colleague, with your faculty, everyone will give some input to you about the research paper, about the title. And most commonly, the thing that we know about the title, that is, our title should identify the main issue of the paper. Means what we have discussed in the paper, that must be reflected by your title. That is very important. Random title is not acceptable by the good journals. Title should be concise. With word concise, sometimes scholars take it seriously that we have to write the title within short. But at the same time, it should be accurate, specific, and complete. That will define the complete content of your paper you have included in. Language should be professional, and rarely used words should be avoided, because sometimes scholars thought that stylish language is you can say somewhat attractive, but that is the wrong, you can say, opinion. Simple, professional, and easy to understand language is preferred by the good journals. And if your title is short, catchy, then the reader will be attracted toward your paper. Because after publication, every researcher have only one motive, that is highest citation. And when the people will read your paper, they will consider your paper for the citation, then you will get more citation, and that will increase your API score or the credit of your research. So I include the 5 steps how one should define a title for a research paper, that is just to understand. I include this process. It may seem some people's too boring, but when we start using the AI tools, it is very important to verify the detail generated by the AI tools, and that is the duty of a researcher. That is the duty of the user of the AI tool. If I have the basic knowledge, then only I can judge whether the response generated by that tool is good or not. There is one mic, I think, on by any other participant, so please mute. It may be disturbing. Yeah. So in the 5 steps, the first step is we include or we just ask few questions about our research paper. Suppose I have written my paper, so I will select few questions, and these questions are very general. You can do practice for your research paper. I have just included one example. These are the research questions. Research question is, what is my paper about? I have written my paper. I can easily write that what is my paper about. Second question is, what method or technique did I use to perform my study? Third is, what or who was the subject of my study? And what did I find? If you can ask these 4 questions, or you can answer these 4 questions from your paper, then these may be the answer. From one of the example, I prepare the answer of this question in the one sentence. My paper is about to study how the program volume affect the outcome for liver transplant patient on the waiting list. You can answer this question from your paper. This is just for our discussion. Second is, what is the method that I use case study? Who and what was the subject? I studied 60 cases of the liver transplant patient on a waiting list throughout the US is 20 to 50. And what did I find? I find a positive correlation between the waiting list volume and negative prognosis of the transplant process. These are the answered in one sentence for these 4 questions. And every can easily answer because we have written our paper and we know all these things. Now, in the second step, we have to identify the keyword from these 4 answers. So these are the answer, and I will try to identify the keywords from these sentences. So first answer, program volume, transplant, a liver transplant patient, waiting list, and outcome. These 4 keywords. And because we are trying this to find the keywords, it means when you search your paper, everyone use the keywords, keyword of their research domain. So we have to just find out the strong keywords. Here the case study, from this US is this and case 60, then from the result, positive correlation between waiting list and negative outcomes. These are the keywords. This is the second step to identify the keyword. In third, we will use all the keywords and try to make a meaningful sentence. We will arrange all the keywords to make a sentence, but actually when you answer from get from the 4 questions, so we get the number of keywords more and our sentence becomes a paragraph when we try to make it meaningful. So the sentence is too long and it never be a title for a research paper. So what we will do, we will trim it, polish it to make a better title. Now, how we will work? We will delete all the unnecessary words, redundant words from the written paragraph or written sentence. So from the particular written, we can delete like this: we employed, the patient, US indicate, the end transplant procedures. And we get a title with 38 words. But at present, it is not perfect, or you can say good title. Then in the last step, we will remove all non-essential words or phrases. You can see 60 number of patient you have considered in your research. I think it is not important to show in the title. Age limit may not be an important parameter. And positive correlation, what is actually result is there, I think it is not necessary, but we can improve in 19 words after removal of the non-essential word, 15 words. So the final title is assessing the impact of waiting list volume on the outcome and prognosis in the liver transplant patients. So this is the final title we have prepared by answering the 4 questions from our research paper. This is the traditional method or effective method to write a title that can reflect your complete paper. If you know this procedure, you have written a research paper and you are using the AI tool, then you can judge, because when we use the AI tool, AI tools are actually data trained platforms. They will give you suggestions. Suppose you get the 10 title. So how you will select one, best one? This practice or this skill will, you can say, insist or you assist you to finalize your title. If you know this procedure, then we can easily find what is the actual title or what should be the better title for my paper. What are the tips? After finalizing or when you are finalizing your title, you can search the similar title, highly cited titles from the journals, from database, Scopus database, Web of Science database. Generally, you can copy and paste your title in the any search engine, any database, and you will get the similar title. Then you will get the which type of the titles are mostly accepted, which particular topic or phrases is that in trend these days. So on the basis of the many parameter, we can find an effective title for our paper. And this is the actually demand of the good journals. Everyone is looking for the something that is new for my platform. So get an idea to focus on the hot, trendy, and the relevant words. And you can plan 2 or 3 titles. After taking the help of your supervisor, your faculty, your colleague, you can finalize one title for your manuscript. But these days, scholars write their title, their paper within seconds, and this is the final. Because they do not know how and what we can include in the title. Second thing is, what is the concept behind this title? What is the objective of this title? Why we have to write an effective title? If anyone knows these facts, he or she will write always an effective title. He will spend some time to select a good title. Then second thing is the keywords. So keywords, generally, I think we have covered how to identify the strong keyword and what is the value, because everyone is finding the paper using the keywords. It means these are the labels of the manuscript, labels of your paper. Keywords are used in the indexing and the abstracting service. If your keywords are strong, then in every search, your paper will be in the front of the reader when this find in that any databases. Keyword should be specific, and they should only you should only use any established abbreviations. Sometimes a scholar write the any you can say attractive words of their research area. So attractive word is the different thing. Popular and strong keyword is the different. You have to add the keyword so that is supposed to search by the readers. And follow the journal guidelines. When we submit our paper to any journal, so in the journal there is many good journal have their specific keyword list. So you can check that guideline for selection of the keyword. Sometimes we have to pick the keyword from a given list. There may be a specific procedure to write, specific structure of the writing the keywords. So you have to go through that guideline. So from a title, this is just an example. If the article title is an experimental study of the evacuated tube solar collector using supercritical CO2, then keyword may be the solar collector, supercritical CO2, solar energy, solar thermal utilization. Because if anyone search using these keywords, then this paper will be appear in the search. And that is the main motive of the keywords. Now, next thing is the abstract. Abstract is the third or major component of the search and find segment of the research paper. So, abstract are just like the trailer of a film. After reading your abstract, the reader will decide whether to read or not the complete paper. If your abstract is good, then audience or reader will download your paper, follow your paper, and they read your paper. So try to provide the summary or central idea of your complete work in the abstract. If your abstract is impressive and completely reflecting the research paper, then we can say you have written a good abstract. In abstract, what we have to include? We have to introduce the reader about the aim of our work, methodology we have included, and result and findings of your work. Summarize your research problem, your methods, result, and the conclusion. Conclusion means what you conclude after your research. That should be in the abstract. Make sure you have written it in easy language, means that is easy to understand. Stylish language is not required in any research paper or any research or academic writing. You have to write the things that should be easy to understand by the audience. Otherwise, nobody read your paper, nobody will opt your paper. So make sure it is accurate, means you have written a accurate abstract and specific for your research work. One mistake, or you can say major mistake we generally find, because when you do the research, either in the master or you can say in your PhD, we have a research with the 4 or 5 objectives. And we start writing our research paper. We write our paper that you can say cover 1 or 2 objectives. But when you are writing your abstract, you write all the things from the 5 objectives. But make sure your abstract is specific for your paper or for the content you have included in that paper. That is very important. Because in the process of copy and paste, it may be sometime we write something different in the abstract and we have not included something that is should be included in the paper. And last thing is, when you write a paper, you may write your abstract anytime, because when you are writing your you can say introduction, method, result, and discussion, you can parallelly write the important thing of your abstract in the abstract section. But after writing the complete article, you have to finalize the abstract at the end. That is very important. Because if you finalize this part in the end, then you can include all the things of the paper, and that would be better. Now, sometimes scholars think that what should we write, how we should write, how we write the you can say important thing, how our paper would be reflected in the abstract. So generally we can follow a rule of 10 that reflect that just write 1 or 2 sentences about the aim of our research, aim of our study that we have included in our paper. 2 or 3 sentences about material we have used and method we have used, methodology we have opted in this paper. Then 2 or 3 sentences about the outcome of our study, and 2 sentences to discuss or conclude the research. You can say implication of our work. If we write these 10 things, then we can say we are closely to write a complete abstract that is reflecting the major content of our paper. Because in the abstract, what is the aim of our study? That is important. We have to write. Then how we complete this task means the methodology. Then what we obtained, what is the outcome, and then how we map this outcome with our objectives. All these things, if you are writing in the abstract, then we can say it is a effective abstract, and you can finalize at the end. Now, first you can say part of the content that will tell the story of our research, that is introduction. There is so many rumors about the introduction part of the research, what we have to include. Many researchers start writing, you can say, basic things in the introduction part. In the research paper, the detailed of anything about background, about literature is not required. You have to provide the concise and the analyzed data. Right? So how you will write? First, in the introduction, we have to introduce the author, or sorry, reader, from the background of your research domain to your research, means what you will do. Suppose a people or a person is writing a paper to improving the efficiency of the solar plate. Solar plate, generally we use to convert the solar light, solar energy in the electricity, and on the top of our roof, most of the people have installed. So a research is on to enhancing the efficiency. So how we should write our introduction? So we will introduce our topic. It means we start writing the broad area that is solar energy. We are working on the solar cell efficiency, but we will start writing from the solar energy. You may start from the green energy, you may start scope of the energy, sustainability. There is many things, right? And when you introduce the major domain, then you will narrow down toward the current research topic. Meanwhile, we will provide the background. Background means we will take some evidences from the existing researches to back up what is the update in research over the time. From the beginning to till date, how much researches has been conducted, and when we identify this, you can say, research over the time, then we will introduce or we will highlight some shortage, deficiencies, or we can say the gap in the knowledge that is not covered in the existing research, and on the basis of that gap we will define our research. Somewhat we can say that is the novelty of our research work. And to fill that gap, we will you can say establish our research problem, we will set our objectives, and we will fill that gap with our research, and this work will give you the answer of a question: why you interested, why you did this research work, why you have started this, why have you choose this research. So when anybody asks you about the novelty, then that is in your paper, because most of the paper rejected by the good journal due to the with one comment that novelty is zero in this paper. So this work will show the novelty, but main thing is that when you start highlighting or start writing this thing, then you have to keep the things in the limit. Introduction of a research paper should not be more than 1.5 pages. And when you start from the beginning, there may be the hundreds of the paper, but you have to select wisely. Paper should be from the good journals, paper should be from the high impact journals, and all the paper you have to include to identify all the progress over the time. That is very important. Then we can say my introduction is complete. And at the end of the introduction part, we will map out the paper. Map out means what we have write in the other part of the paper. Because keep one thing in your mind, that reviewers and expert means editor and reviewer of the journals are the expert of your field, right? You are the beginner and they are the expert. They will check your paper, they will review your paper, and they will write comment that this paper is good. They are expert, you are beginner, they will accept your paper with a comment that this is knowledgeable. It means every editor and reviewer, even they are expert of your field, they want to learn from your paper. So the first reader of your paper want to learn from your paper, and you have to write, you have to include such information that must be new for them. Then we can think that our paper would be considered for the review or for the selection. That is the major issue in these days for the selection of the paper. Because rejection rate is high. It is not a negative thing. It means we have to add some value to our paper. There is two parameters in the paper. There is one is the technical point, second is the novelty. So technical point and novelty, if my paper is with sufficient technical quality and sufficient novelty, then my paper would be accepted easily. And it is the particular place where acceptances, we can say a higher rate of acceptance. And in opposite, a paper where technical quality is very poor and novelty is not there, then it would be rejected within 1 or 2 days. Now, the alternate case where technical quality is good, means you have analyzed the research published, you find the gap, but novelty is not clear in your paper in the introduction part, then your paper would be sent back to you with a revision comment to improve the novelty. Or sometimes we show the novelty, that is uniqueness in my work, but we are not able to express all the research over the time to express the quality, technical quality. Then again the chance that your paper would be sent back to you further improving the technical quality. Overall purpose of the review process is to make your paper technically sound and novelty sound. If you understand this concept and you start considering this point in the writing beginning, then you will write a good paper and everyone will accept your paper. Now, there is one example I have included for the introduction part. You can see in the beginning, we have to hook. Introduce your topic with a strong hook where we can attract the audience, reader. And that hook only be created with the broad area. When you start expressing the broad area, and then you narrow down toward your topic of research. Then previous researches, then research problem, research question and the hypothesis. And one more thing. When I said that this thing we have to include, then researchers start writing each and everything of their research work, because what we have in our research, background, previous studies, that is the literature, then research problem and question and hypothesis, and they write all the things in the introduction part, and introduction part may be 20 pages, 21 pages, 30 pages. That is wrong. We have to just write the brief, concise information. Do not expose all the things in the introduction part. That is also important. And for this purpose, what we have to do, we have to read the famous author of my domain. Your research area may be different from me, but you can find the research papers of your domain from the reputed authors. I will show, I will discuss a few websites from where you can get the famous author of your domain. Then you can read their paper. Read paper just to get the idea how they present their message. What we have to include then in the introduction, that they are sharing the information about each and everything, but that is not complete. So there is somewhat they leave a curiosity to the readers to read the next part of the paper. When I go through the introduction, each and everything will clear to me. But for the detail, I will read the methodology. For the detail, I will read the result part. For the detail, I will read the discussion. That is the way of writing we have to improve for the targeting the good journals. Next, method part. So in the method part, what should be the structure? Or what we have to include, how we have to include? We have to leave few, you can say, our basic habits. So I will discuss what we have to include or what we should write. Describing the material used in the study. Never think that this is the thing well known to the researcher. If you are writing a research paper, you may write in the short, but include all the things. After reading your method section, every researcher must replicate your research work. Sufficient information should be there. So, any material you have used in your study must be there. Explain how the material were prepared, how the material were arranged. Any procedure you have follow, any vendor you have opted, any laboratory you have used, everything you should write. Describe the research protocol. Because in many researches, we have to follow the protocol, we have to take the permission, we have to collect the data through any questionnaire, whatever it is, you have to mention. Because I will read your paper to get some information how you collect the data, how you prepare the sample, how you get the material. If you have not included that thing, then who will read your paper? Why should anybody read your paper? So one more thing I would like to share. When you are the writer, when you are author, write for the reader. Just think what you want to see in a paper as a reader. When I search the literature, so what I see in a particular paper, so similar information we have to provide in our paper. That is important. You are providing the so-called information in your paper and thinking for the publication, but as a reader or the audience, you are looking for the quality paper, then how it is possible? So understand this concept. When you are author, think as a reader. When you are reader, think as an author. Because the reader want to read less, author want to write more. So we have to make a optimization, optimum system. If you know, as an author, if you know the behavior of the reader, then I can easily write a good paper. Explain how the measurements were made and what calculations were performed. Because in the research, we follow some measurements, we need to some calculations, so provide all these things. What you can say standard you have used, what type of the formula you use, with theory you opt, each and everything you should provide. And with references also. State about any statistical test if you have performed to analyze the data, because in the some researches where we have the huge data, so we find some conclusion from that raw data, we use some statistical software, some statistical resources, so we have to mention the information about that. Writing should be direct and precise and in the past tense. Language grammatical part is also important in the papers. Methodology part should be in the past. And compound sentence structure and as well as the description of the unimportant details should be avoided. Never make the sentences complicated by adding the too much information in the single sentence. And never include the unimportant information to describe anything. As a reviewer, I review many of the papers, average 4 or 5 papers a week. But I find many times scholar write, suppose anybody is using the alcohol. This is very simple example. Alcohol, right? So in method, I have to write like this. I use alcohol at this temperature. 5 ml for keep 5 minutes, and then I increase the temperature. Like this means how I use this particular component material in my research. But what I am writing, alcohol is this, is invented by this, what this is the formula. This means that is the information not required. We are writing in the methodology part, but that is the important we are skipping. In the methodology, we have to write how I use anything in my paper or in my research, not about that thing. What information we have to include? Literature review. Here, literature review means suppose I am opting any information that is previously invented by anyone, any methods, any standard I am using, so just cite that, because that would increase your impact of paper. Suppose I am using the Max theory. So never describe the Max theory, right? I analyze this data using the Max theory and then cite any paper where the Max theory is explored and used or recommended to, you can say, analyze such data. That is very important. Research participant, how you select the research participant, any selection procedure, who was the, you can say, what is the protocol, any criteria for inclusion and exclusion. There may be, that may be different for the different researcher, different people to people or researcher to researcher. It may be applicable, one of them from, one of these from a particular scholar, not for all. Then any grouping condition. In some cases, we divide the participant in the group and subgroup. So such type of the condition is there, you have to mention. Then procedure, what temperature, everything. Okay. Then materials and apparatus. Which material, characteristics of the material, properties of the material you have used, you have to mention. Because it is very difficult for the researcher at present to find the material, to get the materials. And apparatus. Suppose I use any apparatus from the IIT Delhi. So I have to mention that this particular apparatus from this lab of this institute, I use this model. So that any reader can get an idea about that apparatus. And if I use the institution, that is also one of the good points for the validation of your research or experimental work. This is the add-on. Statistical analysis. If you have performed any analysis, then you have to clearly mention. Now, what method should you report or leave out? You can ask few questions like, where did you conduct your experiment? This is the detail as we have discussed, because measure most of the mistake we have you can say we generally do in the method part. So like any room condition, any light temperature condition, if relevant to your experiment, you have to include. Then what device did you use? Is there any specific setting you have complete? Because there may be some error in the research, or we eliminate a error with some specific setting. So we have to mention this is the one of the good you can say practice, as well as this is the positive factor for your paper, for your research. What specific software with version you have used? How did you find or select your participant? Way of the finding, approach, how you approach to the participant. Then how did you assign the participant in the group? Means group procedure, how you select the group, means any particular theory model you have opted. Then did you exclude the participant? Why and how? Sometimes we exclude some unrelevant or you can say wanted information, or that may be some specific info, you can say participant we have to exclude. Then we have to mention which kind of the questionnaire did you use and how you validate, because when you find some information from the questionnaire, we generally validate from some theories, some procedure. So mention all these things. How did you analyze your data? What level of significance did you use? So where a technical issue you find and how you adjust the protocol, what protocol you follow to adjust. So all these things we have to write in the method part. Then we can say only the good method we have written. Next is the result part. In the result, what we have to write, because result part of any research document is very easy to write. We have all the information, we have to just write. We have to just keep one thing in our mind, that is the sequence of writing the things. Nothing else, we have to just write. So provide all the description of the experiment. When we write the result, just briefly you can say provide some information to the reader about the experiment. Present the data in a logical order and try to follow the order similar to the we have follow in the method section. Because in the method, suppose I did one research of welding of two parts. Very simple example I will give you. So first of all, I purchase the material, right? Second thing, prepare the sample. Then I weld the material. Then I test the samples, right? So in the result part, material I purchase. If I perform any test on the material, so first I will write about the material test. Then preparation of the sample. During preparation of sample, if I did any type of the, you can say, job where somewhat result is there, then I will write that. Then I perform the welding. So welding result I will mention. Then I perform any test. So test one by one in a sequence as reported in the method part. So same sequence I will follow. That would easy to understand the readers. And my main motive is to write for the readers. If reader feel comfortable or easy to read my paper, that is the you can say the effective writing by me. That is the part of a good writing part. Then we can also use the table and graph for the data. Sometimes raw data is not necessary or not important in the paper, so we can use to present the tables or the graph for showing any trend or any other things. Present the finding using heading plan in the methodology or any pattern. Sometimes suppose in a research you can say procedure, you opted the 3 temperature, 20, 30 or 50. It is not necessary that you have mentioned first 20, then 30, then 40, but you can follow any particular pattern. Suppose I get good result at the 40. So I will write at temperature 40, then at 30, because I just want to categorize the things to make everything clear. That is my motive. Simply state the finding without any change. Sometimes scholars change their outcomes. Never interpret the things. And in the result part, we have to write only the important information, that is the primary information. That is unexpected information. Usual information, I think it is not the part to write in the result. Then supplementary data we can use, because sometimes some scholars say that, sir, this table we have prepared from one of the complete group of the data, and so this data is also important for the knowledge of the reader. So you can add such type of the data in the supplementary data. Use the subheadings to keep the results same together. Sometimes we have the different parameters, as I discussed earlier. So make these clearly, you can say differentiate, we can use subheadings. Use figures and table for the efficient and the clarity. But all the information of a table and figure should be there. Sometimes without any, you can say proper information, if you are adding any table, that is worthwhile. That is not worthwhile. And provide the statistical analysis. What the common mistake we do in the result part? First, including the raw result that is not necessary, or sometimes you repeat the result in the result section many times. Repetitive data should be avoided. Include the redundant information or any discussion, because the discussion is not important in the result part. We have to just report the result. Repeating the background information or the method. Background information we have to written, or any method you have mentioned, so there is no need to repeat the again and again. Result and method, if not match, that is your mistake. You should follow the same sequence. Ignore the negative result. If you are ignoring the negative result, that is also bad. Actually, the negative results are also the positive outcome of a research. Discuss or interpret of result. In the result part, we have to just write the result. There is no discussion, no interpretation. That part should be done in the discussion section. Error in figure table means any missing information you have provided, or that is some information that is not provided in the table or figure, so that is should be avoided. Now discussion part. Discussion in a research where we comment on the trend, finding of our research for understanding, so provide the better understanding on the particular outcome. Right? We should highlight the unexpected outcome of your research. We should, you can say, highlight what is new, what is different in my results. At the same time, we will also provide the support from the literature. What actually find or what actually reported in the literature and what we find. So evidences from the literature is a good backup to enhance the credibility of your paper. Interpret your results, give your opinion, provide some backup or some fact with or you can say to support the result. Explain result of your study, how they complete or how they map with the aim of your study. What you have selected to complete in the work and what you get, you have to discuss that thing. We have achieved our targets. Consider the alternative explanation of your outcomes. Make a discussion to the result and complement them. If you get any particular trend with the changing of any parameter, it may be positive, it may negative. So we have to provide an opinion, a backup with a discussion on the finding, and that must be related to our aim of study. Never discuss anything that is contradictory to your research objectives. Compare your results with the published result. And conclusion of your discussion should be consistent with the aim of your study objectives and research questions. That is very important. What we have to avoid? Repeat the result. Never repeat any result in the discussion part. Any statement you are providing in the discussion that is not relevant, that is not supporting the result, that is not good. We should avoid. Any biased language, any biased citation, confused statistical significance, non-specific expressions, and any new term that is not already discussed in your paper. So we have to avoid these things in the discussion. Any assumption on the interpretations that is not rooted any particular fact from your research. Now, the next part is the conclusion. In conclusion, we have to sum up what we find from the research and what is the significance of our research. Second thing, what advanced information, what advanced knowledge our work add to the existing knowledge we have to mention in the conclusion part. Summarize the major outcome of your research. Conclude your thoughts about the outcomes. Discuss the use, extension, and the application of the outcomes. Right? Then discuss the limitation of your study and the indicate where future research can be explored, means scope of the research. Any research must leave one space or must explore the prospective areas. That is very important. So try to mention some new domain to extend your research work. Do not repeat the result and abstract part in the conclusion. Generally, what scholars do, they copy some sentences from the abstract and from the result and they complete the conclusion part. But understand the concept of the conclusion, why this particular section is added to the structure of the paper, then we can write. And every segment, every section of a paper is different from the other. So copy and paste should be avoided. Be clear to help the reviewers and the editor to judge your work. In acknowledgement part, we should acknowledge the advisors, financial supporter and funders, any proofreader, typist, and supplier who provide the material. Now, one more thing. Because most of the participants and we are from the academic organizations. It may be from the industry, but there is generally some practice they follow that suppose I am the head of department and any person from my department write a paper, they put my name in their paper as a co-author. Even there may be some case of the, you can say, to oblige or any other reason. If you are including any person as a co-author in a paper, then include him or her for some task. He or she must be able to present that work in front of the people. Suppose I'm writing a paper, I'm include my director as a co-author. So I will send my paper to the director just for the proofreading. Because if he or she will proofread, then he or she can define, or you can say justify what is the role as an author in that paper. These days, good organization, when you apply for a research job or any position, you mention some paper and your name is on the third or fourth, means after the second author, then everyone asks the question, what is your role? What you did in this paper? So that may be somewhat negative in your research profile. So never be the gifted author. That is the gifted author I generally call. So play a role. It may be a proofreader only, but you can explain. If you ask, if anyone asks you, then you should capable to explain the paper. In the references, references is also important part for the journals. Do not include too many references. Always ensure the fully observe the material. The paper you have mentioned in the paper, you can say citation, and the number of references should be same and equal. Suppose I include the 20 references, so 20 paper must be observed as a citation in my paper. Then avoid the excessive self-citation. Self-citation, citation from the institutions should be avoided. If any paper is important to include as a evidence, then only you can include. Otherwise, to get some citation or take the benefit of citation, that where we should avoid. Confirm the requirement of outline by the guide for author. There may be some specific style for the references. There may be some specific information. So we have to read the guide for author for the references. Consider any reference manager. It may be Mendeley or any other reference manager. Because if we are using the AI tools, then we should opt any reference manager to manage the citation, and by spending 2 or 3 hours, we can easily learn the Mendeley or Zotero. There may be so many reference managing software are there. And I think in the Mendeley next week, there is one workshop from our organization also. Yeah. So thank you. This is all about our first session. That is about the research writing a research paper. Now I think we should take a 5-minute gap, then we can start the second part.
Thank you, sir. It was
And,
really a great start of the workshop. And Dr. Kulwant has elaborated each and every section of the research paper and highlighted the key points which are required to mention in the writing. So thanks to Dr. Kulwant once again. And we will be continuing with Dr. Kulwant Singh talk after a short tea break of 10 to 15 minutes. So I request all the participants to join exactly at 11:45.
if there is any question, then they can ask freely, because we can give 5 to 10 minutes for the questions at present, right now. If
Yes,
there is
sure.
any question from this session, then they can ask. Either the putting their queries in the chat box, or they can unmute yourself.
Sure, sir, sure. Session is open for the participant. If you want to ask any question, you may ask to our resource person. Yes, anybody want to ask question? Or you can put your query in the chat box too. Okay, sir, I will not, if anyone will going to, if anyone has any query or question, So I will write it down. Yeah, there is one participant, Khushi Kanojia. Yes, ma'am, you can ask in Hindi also. No problem. There is one question from Madam Bharti Mahajan. Which journal to consider for the publication?
Actually, ma'am, I will share one website with you, all of you, to find the journals. So that may be helpful for you because there is so many online sources are there. So, and I think there is my mobile number is on the slide on the last page. So you may put me a message for such type of the link or sources. One thing is clear from my side. I am not, you can say, connected with all of you for only 1 or 2 hours. I will be available for your query in future also. You can keep my number for the WhatsApp. You can put me a message. I will definitely reply. I have sufficient time for this type of the work.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And actually, Bharti Mahajan want to ask that for the first time, if she is writing the paper, so for the very first time, which type of journal she should consider? And I think that totally depends on the content and the matter, whatever. Yeah. So,
Generally,
sir,
we have to target the high ranked journal. Generally, they reject, but sometimes some reviewer give the comment that is valuable for us, then revise them and send to another journal. So in this way, we can increase the quality of our paper, and finally, within 1, 2, 3 months, it would be accepted. This is very general, you can say, way.
we are process, right? Okay. Okay, sir. So I don't think so right now there are more any more queries.
Okay.
So if there will be any, I will note it down and ask you in the next session.
Okay.
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 Thank you. So we will be having a short break of 10 minutes. Kindly join at 11:45. Thank you. Hello, sir. Shall we
Yes,
continue?
yes, ma'am.
Shall
Yeah.
we
Ah,
continue?
sure, 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 ma'am.
Okay.
My screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there is one message from just a minute. There is one message from some of the participants regarding a number. So I am sharing one of my group link. So any participant, those who are willing, they can join because most of the information about the workshop and any other research related event we generally use to share in this group. So I'm sharing the link. You can. Yeah. So welcome all to in our second session that is on the AI tool for the researcher. So before starting this session, I would like to do some practice on the AI tool so that you will get some insight of this session in the better way. Suppose I am using and participant can do this practice parallelly if they want. Otherwise, they can just watch and after that we will start the session. Then you will learn something better. Yeah. Suppose I'm using the AI tool that is ChatGPT. It is basic tool, or you can say many years ago, most of the researchers start using this tool, right? So first of all, what I will do, I want to write a research paper and I want some assistance or the help from AI tool. So I write my question like this. I am willing to write a research paper on agriculture.
Excuse me, sir, your PPT is not visible.
Sir, screen is visible.
No, sir.
Just a
Your
minute. Just a minute. I am resharing. No issue. All the member, please mute yourself. Yeah, I'm using the chat GPT and my question is, I hope this is visible to you. Yeah. So I am willing to write a research paper on the agriculture, crop growth, with manures of the crops. Please suggest me the outline of my paper where I used decomposers for preparing manures. Actually, I'm not from the agriculture field. This is just a random query to get some discussion on this. Right? So I put this query, right? This is very short query, but our objective is just to get some input, or you can say something that we can discuss easily. Now you can see ChatGPT suggests me like outline for the paper. In the introduction part, what should I include? Background of the sustainable agriculture. Means generally we can say, as per my experiments on these tools, it can suggest you a outline. If you write the complete content suggested by the AI tool, then you can draft a paper, but you have to improve further to enhance the quality. That critical skill or critical involvement of your mind is important. Now, suppose this is it. Now what I will do is to suppose I start using this you can say outline, and I will write about the introduction. So I will again copy this and I will write that act as an expert and explore the following. And I will paste the background. That is the first heading of, or you can say first content we have to write in the introduction part. Now you will see it will explore the background. As a researcher, or you can say as an assistant to a researcher is sufficient from this platform. Because I want to write the background of the sustainable agriculture and need of the organic manure, this particular information is sufficient. There is two options in front of me. I can just copy and paste in my Word document to start my paper. Generally, scholars do this practice, but this is not good. Yeah, suppose I paste this content here. Now, this practice is not good. What we have to do, we have to write, we have to take the input from this content and we will write our own paragraph from this content. You can just think that anybody will provide or anybody provided you a book and you prepare the notes from that. If you follow this principle, nobody can challenge you in the near future about any AI similarity, plagiarism, whatever it is. Nobody will challenge. Because I will open here Quillbot. Everyone know about the Quillbot. You can see there is one AI detector is there. If you see this window, the paraphraser, generally Quillbot is used for the paraphrasing. Grammar check is available also. AI detector is also there. So I will check this content generated by the chat GPT. I will paste my content here. This same content as I paste in my Word document. And I will click on the analyze the text. Now what you will get the result, 100% text is generated by AI. And this is the enemy of the researcher. There is 4 category you will see. AI generated, AI refined, human written, and AI refined and human written. So if you are under this, you are safe. What you will do? You can use Quillbot again. And I will paste the same content here for paraphrase. You can see it will paraphrase the content. There is some limitation of word, but few content is paraphrased. Again, I will paste to check the similarity. Now you can see here AI generated content is 0. AI generated, AI defined is 100%. Again, I just try to mute the some person who is just yes. Yeah. So again, we need to change to reach this stage. So what you can do, you can open the translator. This is my procedure, what I generally prefer, and I copy this content and I paste in the, and I will try to make it mine. Sometime you can see the dictionary, or that is or your choice, or you may write this in your own language. You can do this practice once you change, because generally we think in our you can say local language, right? So if you use this Google Translator, that would help. Suppose I'm using the English as a professional language and my mother tongue, or you can say my preferred language is Hindi, then I can see this in Hindi. There is so many options. You can use your own language, right? So you can read when you change or when you write the sentences in your own language, its meaning must be same. If the meaning is loose, then it is wastage. And after making it unique, you will paste here, then you will get the 100% human written.
Sir, you got muted.
Sorry.
Uh,
So,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, yes, yes.
There are some questions AI. There is a AI plagiarized content, it's detected. Whether we can remove that content through paraphrasing or not. It is a question from our
Actually,
participant.
paraphrasing, that is the different things. Paraphrasing is if you are using the tools using the paraphrasing, you have to just understand these four concepts of the Quillbot. First is AI generated, means you use the any AI tool. Now this is zero, but earlier when I used directly copy and paste, it was 100%. When I use the paraphrasing tool, that is the Quillbot, and all the content is under AI generated and AI refined. But it is not the safe for John. We have to keep ourselves in this human written John. So what we will do, we will write all these things in our language and check from this tool, and it will show 100% in the human written. Then we will use in our document.
Okay. One more question is there, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. There's a one more question from our participant, that whether a theoretical paper in commerce and management without any data be treated as research paper?
No, no,
If
no.
yes, if yes, then what should be its
In
methodology?
ma'am, actually, that is the separate question. Actually,
Okay.
theoretical means if they have, you can say, search anything
Yeah.
that is new, and they have invented something, they add the value to existing knowledge, they improve any existing theory, then this is the research paper. If they are using the existing researches to explore any study, then I think it is not under the research paper.
Okay. Thank you.
So, so try to use the any AI tool. Then we have to check the AI similarity, and we have to keep the things in the human written. At the beginning, if you start using the AI tool, you can do this practice, and after some time, you just take the assistance from the any AI tool, and you can write each and everything in your own language. Then you will avoid the issues of plagiarism as well as the AI similarities, right? So if this concept is okay, then we can start our second session, that is the AI tool for the researcher. Yes. So AI tool employed in the research writing. So first, we can use the AI tool in the literature review. We can automate our research uh, for the literature search. It can easily find the different papers with the single click and 100% relevant, we can say, with your keywords. We can make a summary because after collecting the different papers, there is one issue that how we can summarize. There is a paper of a 20 page and I have to read. There is time consuming, but there is so many AI tools. We can upload the paper and you will get the relevant information. What maybe the important for you, you can directly pick within the seconds. You can use the AI tool for the data analysis. In the some where the research is based on some data, so statistical analysis may be performed, some data visualization is also important. So all these tasks you can perform using the AI tools. Writing assistance, where we can check the grammar, we can check this any you can say style of writing, like active voice, passive voice, or plagiarism detection, similarity identification, AI similarity identification. So these are the writing assistance tasks also can be performed using the AI tools. Then we can automate our research writing like auto-generated content as we perform the practice. Right? We can use AI tool for the paraphrasing also. Language translation. There is maybe a issue for the many researcher at the beginning for working with the AI tools, or some you can say in the professional language. So you can use these tools to convert the professional language in your native language or your mother tongue. Then maybe easy for you to complete the research. Modeling and clustering. Identifying the theme. Sometime we have some pattern or we want to find some pattern like from a big data from your research. You want to find any trend, any pattern, any central theme, because in the research we have to provide something new from the data may be similar, your approach may be different, then from that which type of the trend theme you will get. So all these things you can predict, or you can say you can find using the AI tools. You can organize, you can categorize the data using the AI tools. Speech to text, text to speech conversion is easily, I can say, provided by the AI tools. Sometimes some interviews we can translate, sometimes we can translate our research paper to the voice, we can listen during our traveling or any other activity time. Prediction and modeling also can be performed from any you can say domain, in the any domain using the existing data. This also possible using the AI tools. Reviewing and peer evaluation. Even these days, the reviewing of your paper, comment on your paper is easily you can say we can get using the AI tool. There is so many online sources. You can check whether your paper is compatible for sending the journal or not. So all these things we can perform using the AI tool as a researcher. Now, second thing, that how you can utilize this tool effectively. This is the major challenge for the researcher, right? Because AI tools are available on the web, you can say online. There is a different link, different platform, but main thing is, as a researcher, as a user, how I utilize this particular tool. Suppose AI ChatGPT. As a researcher, how I can utilize that tool optimum. So what type of the knowledge I have, what I think I have to keep in my mind. First is the data privacy and the security. Using AI tools, assistance of AI tools are very time saving. Everything is acceptable, but data privacy and security is important. Be aware when you are sharing any confidential information in the question of a research query. As I put my question that I am doing the research on this and this topic, I want to write a paper. If you are pasting any confidential, any sensitive information of your research, then it may be unsecure. So avoid sharing any personal information or any information that must remain confidential. That is your own responsibility. Because I think most of or all the researcher, all the participants know that all these tools are based on the AI data. Data that is, you can say, these platforms are trained on specific data. So your input may be a data for this tool. So in the near future, your confidential information may be the universal information for all the query. First thing you have to keep in your mind that security and privacy of your data. Second thing, ethical use. These AI tools provide you some information, right, when you put any query, but in actual, if you need some guideline to follow or some standard to follow to extract or to use some information in your research, then you have to go through the ethical process. Otherwise, everyone can challenge you. Suppose I'm taking any information on the, you can say, patient on a particular disease, right, from any of the AI tool, right? But in actual, if I present such information in the my paper, then I have to take the permission from any government department. So I have to follow that procedure to take the information. You can get the information from AI tool for your information, but never bypass any ethical consideration. Data input and output. Yes, it is that you can say mathematical model, it may be computerized model, it may be algo model. So there is some specific input structure is there, input string is there, and output. Suppose I need some data in a table, so I would put my query like I get this information in a table, and AI tool will provide. But if you know the output data format, data structure, so accordingly you have to put the input, right? Suppose because AI tools are working like this, suppose you and me are sitting on a table. You are asking a question, I am replying. So suppose you ask what is research, and I may reply any journal question. But when you put what is a research, when the researcher spend time in a organization, in a lab, means you are providing some specific information, then my question would automatically be specific as per the input. So we have to know about the input as well the output format. Then only we can get the good information. So this is the way to use effective utilization. Then document generation. We can use this tool for outlining the paper, you can say get the proposals, report, anything. But it can provide you the information, but it never be 100% accurate. If you are reviewing the information generated by the AI tool and you know what is right, what is wrong, means you have some critical skill to judge whether the information is good or not, then this tool is useful for you. As I discussed in my first session about the different section of the paper, how we write, what we write in a particular section, because that was important to know to judge whether the response of the AI tool is good or not. So document generation is your responsibility as a scholar. It may give the response to you against your query. So your involvement is important for the accuracy and clarity in the content. That is totally upon you, and you have to maintain that thing. Now, what are the ethical considerations when we start using this tool? Because ethical consideration is very serious issue in the research. In the next session, I will show you many evidences that in last few time, many of the research paper has been retracted. Even they are published on the good platform in SCI Journal, because they use AI tools and so many errors are there. But when anybody report about their error or their any, you can say, ethical, you can say, considerations where they have not followed some specific rule and regulation, the journal have withdraw their paper. So that is the negative impact on the research career. We have to avoid. If you are the researcher, you start using the tools. If you follow some of the points, then nobody will challenge you in the future. That is the important when you start using the AI tool. So some important points. First is the plagiarism. If anybody is using the AI tool, you know that when you start using AI tools, there is plagiarism is about 0 to 5% only. Because they are providing all the information from the different sources by paraphrasing automatically. And the content is very unique. But as a researcher, as a user, what I will do you, I never claim that this particular information is my own. I have taken from the different sources. It may be by the AI tool. So these tools can be used for generating any information, but if you are using the information without giving the credit to the original source, then it is unethical and it is under the plagiarism also. Even if you check the plagiarism from any source, the plagiarism is 0. But if you are not citing a paper, then it is under the plagiarism and it is unethical. What you will do? You have to differentiate the original work and the AI models. Never show that you use any AI tool. Just take the information from the AI tool for assistance. Write everything in your own language, then you are safe. So take the responsibility for the properly citing and referencing any information, any idea you have generated from the AI tools. Suppose I copy and paste the content from ChatGPT. I prepare one paragraph. So if I check the plagiarism, there would be 0%. But this is not my research. I take this information from AI tool. I paraphrase. This is unique content. But I will find some suitable paper to cite that paragraph. 1 or 2 paper I will find. This is my responsibility to avoid the plagiarism from this content. This is the ethical consideration I have to use. This is important. Then accuracy and validation. This point I have again added in this consideration, because AI tool is not responsible what you are pasting in your paper. You are responsible. So your critical skills are important. So just take AI tool information as a suggestion. It is important to verify and validate the content for the accuracy purpose. You cannot blindly believe any AI tool. So fast checking, fact checking and critically evaluation of the content generated by the AI tool is your responsibility. If you are not involving yourself or you have not knowledge to about any information, then the content may provide a misinformation to your paper. For this purpose, your knowledge is important. If you know what is actually happened, to be happened, then only we can select the accurate information. Never blindly believe on the AI tool. Just review the information, validate the information, and if you feel that this particular content is accurate, then only you can use in your content. This is the right way. Take the time to critically evaluate, corroborate the information provided by the model. Then only you will be safe in the near future. Otherwise, everyone can challenge your research. Intellectual honesty. Ensure that you have taken the information from any AI tool, that you have not violated any intellectual honesty. Some information we have to take with permission. Suppose you are taking any picture of any paper from the AI tool, but in actual, if you use such information in your paper, then you have to take the permission from that journal, from the author. So take the information from any AI tool, that is not bad, but be honest for any intellectual principle, copyright, whatever it is. Follow the procedure to use anything in your content. So again, the same thing is we can use this information from the AI tool for understanding purpose, for improving our writing, but never think that it is a substitute of your mind, of your critical thinking. Yeah, it make your task easy, but your involvement is important. If you think that any, sometime my scholars ask me that just tell us, sir, we will write our paper within 1 day using these tools, and then we will show you. But that is not the right thing. They can write a paragraph, write a section, then we have to verify, we have to check whether all the things are accurate or not. Even we have to check. Sometimes some scholar write in the chat GPT that provide a paragraph with citation and the reference, and it will provide. But we have to check whether a journal is exist or not, whether the particular paper is from my domain or not. That is my responsibility. So maintain the transparency. And what is the role of any AI model, you have to mention in your paper. Because in actually, if you are using some content generation purpose, then you can rewrite the things in your own language, and this is your own. There is no need to write that we use this tool for the content generation. But if you are using any AI tool for any analysis of the data, for synthesis of the data, that is important. Then you have to mention what is the contribution of any AI model in your research. Then ethical sourcing. So some data in AI tools is available publicly from the various sources, but there is some protocol to use such data in the research. There is some ethical and the legal sources, legal procedure. So respect the copyright laws, intellectual property rights, and the term of service to use any data in your research. That is your responsibility, either you are using the AI tool or not. If you opt these procedures, then we can say you are safe. Nobody can challenge your research. Nobody can mark any question on your papers, any publication, or any research document. So this is a very short session, but it is very important when you start using the AI tools. Now you can ask your queries.
So
Anyone?
there's one query from Madam Yugendra Vakode. Ma'am, are you there? Okay, she has posted in the comment box that any AI app you can suggest which is secure for our research data.
Actually, no, we cannot believe anyone. But some subscription, you can say, if you are following or opting some subscriptions, there may be some. You can say data may be safe. But as a researcher, never believe anyone, either the person or the website, because what is the benefit to that website or that source to keep your data? That is the important thing. Nobody can work freely or with the money. They can use, they will use, I mean, they will use your sources for their own purpose. It may be at present or the later.
Uh, so we have one more similar kind of question, that what is the safety of our paper when we send for publication and nobody will take
Ma'am,
nobody will take the material?
yes, ma'am. If you are sending your paper to a journal through the proper procedure, then it is safe.
Okay.
Suppose, because I will show you just a minute. We have time, I think. No? There is one website, SJR database. Yes, this one. Yeah, this website, right? If you get any message, because these days most of the researchers are cheated by the some agents. They get some message through WhatsApp, Facebook group regarding the information about any publication that may be in the SCI journal, Scopus journal, and we try to send the paper there. So when you get any information, then put that information in this link, and you can easily check whether a journal is good or not. Suppose for our practice, UGC. In UGC website, there is some sources you will get about the fake publication. Yeah, you can see these are the journal, this list. You can see these are the Scopus journals, SCI journals, and there is many cloned journals are there. There is one journal, Journal of Computer Science, right? So if you compare both one, you can see the accession number is same, name is same, but link for the website is different. This is computer science journal.organization. So I will open the both link and clear something that may be important for you. Yes. So this is the journal, Journal of Computer Science, Scopus indexed till present, right? And second is Journal of Computer Science, same name, same accession number. So where you are sending your paper, that is, you need to check. Now, what journalist scholar do, they copy the accession number and they paste in the Scopus, right? In the Scopus, when you check about the any journal, then you will get the information, right? Yeah, there is space to put the accession number, and I will check to. You can see here, it will show that this is under the Scopus, and we send our paper to the journal. No, it may be fake, because anyone can easily write the same name on the website. These are these days it is very easy to create a website. So how you will check? You can paste your accession number in SJR. You will get the same type or same name of the journal. But at the end, you will get one option to home page. I think there is no link is available. For this journal, the link is not available. Uh, no, in this link is not available. But my question is that this is the original journal, right? If you are submitting your paper to this link, that is this one, session number, and there is link submit your article. If I submit my paper here by creating my account and all this thing, my paper is safe. If accepted, my paper would be appear in the Scopus database, right? But by mistake, if you send your paper to this journal, this link, because it is charging the money and everything, you can see there is, if my journal is good, then there is no need to add such type of the information that it is under the Scopus. This is, it is providing some proof. It means this is the case of doubt. And all the journals have their specific email. Nobody have the Gmail account. Nobody show what are the charges. It means this journal is fake. If you are sending your paper to this link, then you are submitting your paper to fake platform. It would be the wastage of your time, research, and money. There is so many sessions are there. If you opt my YouTube channel, my research guide, then you will get many things. This one, my research guide, is the name of the channel. You can find, and you can opt this link. This is my personal mobile number. You can approach through the WhatsApp. You can put me an email. I will definitely reply. Even you can put for the validity of any journal. Yes, any other question?
So there is one participant who raised a hand.
Yeah, allow them to ask queries.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Madam Yugandhara, you can ask your query.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Am I
Good
audible?
afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir. One question. That if it has happened that already we given the paper to publish to any conference, okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
2 years is already passes, and that conference is not publishing the paper, but so we tired about it, and we send that paper to the second journal, and that second journal is already accepted our paper, and after the acceptance of 5 days, the first conference is submitting the journal to that particular journal. So what to do that time, because second journal is already, for in the first
Ma'am,
case it is published,
just
and
a
for the
minute, ma'am.
second it is
Actually,
accepted.
yeah, ma'am, no issue, ma'am. There is this type of the case happen in the most of the, you can say, delay cases of the conferences.
Hmm.
Just analyze the both platform, yeah, or you can say both journal, one through conference and one you can direct, you send direct. If both are the good sources, sometime uh, anyone may be fake. Then
Right.
you can put me a mail to the fake journal that you can withdraw your paper anytime.
Okay.
If I am author, I have authority to withdraw my paper anytime with any reason. There may be a reason within our authorship, or all the authors are not agree to publish the paper. There may be some issue of the extension of our research work. I will tell you many considerations, right?
Okay, sir.
And second case, suppose both journal are good, then you can compare which one is better.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
keep your paper in the better one and put a mail from the corresponding email that this paper is, we are requesting to withdraw my paper from your journal. so they will withdraw.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
This
much,
is
sir.
this is actual procedure to withdraw.
Correct, sir. Correct, correct. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good
Uh,
afternoon.
so 2 years back, I gave a paper to some journal for publication, and recently I have known that the journal was a fake one. Uh, it was a clone journal.
Yeah, definitely. Most of the journal are cloned these days.
Yes. So when I went to the this UGC care list, I went there and saw the original version. My paper was not there in the original journal, and that time I came to know that it was a fake one. So, in that case, what can be done, sir?
Ma'am, uh, you can say just leave the case of the money. You can put a mail to the journal to withdraw your paper. Redirect, they can, you can say withdraw with your request and then send the paper to any good journal.
Okay, sir. So I
But
have to put the mail, put the
yeah,
mail
put
on
the
this.
mail to the fake journal editor
Okay.
that you can put any type of the reason, valid reason that we are withdrawing our paper. So delete my paper from your database.
Okay, sir. Fine. I got
They
it.
will delete within a week. But you have to change your title, abstract, and keyword when you submit your paper to the new journal because these three databases will be available for lifetime. Means you have to somewhat improve your paper to send to the next journal.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Okay, is there any more question you want to ask? Madam Yugandhra, you have put one more question in the chat box that is there any software or app is there which can help to correct the grammatical error while writing the research paper?
Yes, Grammarly is a good source. The website link is app.grammarly. When you click on the link, it will must show the Grammarly. Sorry. Just a minute. If I put here, this link is there. App.grammarly. It is, you can say, trusted website where you can check the
Yes, sir.
grammatical error.
Yes, yes.
And there is one option you can upload the complete paper also, but same thing is security.
Security.
That is because you have to sometimes suppose many time I check my paper completely, but I remove all the references or you can say abstract. That is somewhat you can say critical to write again. So you can upload the complete paper and you will see the many you can say error or everything you can improve.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, I have a query.
Yeah, sir, sure.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
sir, actually, I have prepared a research paper, but due to some reasons, I wasn't able to publish that one. So my
Okay.
question is like, for how long, suppose if you are not publishing that paper, so it will be not a worth one, or like some
So
reference is going to be added on or something.
sir, actually, it is the matter that in your research area, if the research is, you can say, progressed over your technique or your methodology you have opted, your results automatically be, you can say, useless. Then I think nobody will publish your book. It is
Uh,
not matter of any, you can say, literature, but if anybody will publish paper or use any good technique to analyze or to perform the same work, then I think your paper was useless.
So suppose sir, if I am planning to make some changes in that to publish in any so will that be helpful? Like if I'm doing it
Yeah, definitely, sir. Definitely. You can add something, you can say some recent work from this area. You can update or you can add something creative because the research paper you can write the one content or you can say one objective or one research in many times. But that is totally depend upon you in every paper which type of the thing you are presenting. In one paper, you can show the property growth. In second paper, you can show the trend in the input data. That is your creativity because in the researcher is the person who know all the things of that particular area. Nobody, even the supervisor is unknown to that creativity. So that is on your mind, sir, which type of the thing you can think out of the box. In the research paper, editor and reviewers are just looking for the something that is out of the box.
Yes, sir. So we generally consider like, when we want to publish our research paper, it should be a paid one or like it can go
Sir,
with.
my preference is to never spend a single rupees. If anything is mandatory, you are in such condition, there is time limit, then there may be opted. Otherwise, avoid publishing by pay. Paying to the journal, I mean, sometimes suppose you are spending some uh, money to writing work, taking the help because these days researchers, scholars, teachers are very busy. So that is the separate thing, but pay and publish to the journal is not good. And most of the good journal note demand the paper money, sir. They demand the quality in their your paper. There is so many alternate journal they are ready to publish freely, sir. If we are providing some quality content.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Any other query?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Sir, in the starting of this session, you have mentioned that to remove the plagiarism and the AI generated content, how to remove the two things. So you showed that in Quillbot it can be done. So I just missed the part that how to remove first thing the plagiarism. Second, how to remove that the thing is AI generated, and there was four sections, and the last section was free of AI and free of plagiarism. So could you please repeat that small part?
Sir, actually, that was is generally practice how we should
Hmm.
go for when we are using the AI. Because generally, when we start using the AI tool, then we copy and paste the content generated by AI tool in our paper. And
Yes.
because in the most of case we write the paper and then we can check the plagiarism and it AI generated content is plagiarism free most in the most of cases. And we think that our content is unique. But when we check for the AI similarity, then it is under 100% from the AI generated, and that is totally negative for our profile. So all the AI tools, I mean, plagiarism detector tools are working on identification of AI generation content. And
Okay.
most of the organization like UGC, AICT, they are also finding some way to avoid this, to minimize this. If they set a rule in the near future, then our paper published with the help of AI may be retracted, and that would be a black spot on your research career. So
Got it.
if from beginning we start using just to take help from these tools to get some notes or you can say get some information and we prepare our own notes by own, it means we are writing all the things in our own voice. That is only the way.
Okay.
Otherwise, many journals, many conferences, many
So
organizations are asking for keep the AI similarity within 20. But why 20? Who is the defining the limit? Why it should not be zero? We can make it
yes,
zero. If zero, then we are safe.
yes. Sir, what was the sequence? You were mentioning a particular sequence, a kind of hack that convert it to
No.
your
That is
native
not a
language.
sequence. That is actually provided by the Quillbot. That is not my sequence. In the
Mhm.
AI, there is four parameters they show. You can see here this one because it is able to show the similarity for type because content may be the AI generated as we use a chat GPT. Then
Okay.
sometime we copy from AI generated platform and we use any AI tool to paraphrase to change. It means the second case we generate from AI and we refined using the AI. Then
Okay.
some content is human written means sometimes scholars written their paper their own and they use the AI tool to make it short to change the active voice to passive voice like this. So then it show
Yes.
the human written but AI refined means AI is used to somewhat improvement.
Yes.
And last one is 100% human written. So if we are under the fourth position, then it is best. If you are in the third, then I think it is better. But try to avoid the first two categories. So just paste your content here. We can analyze whether it is under AI or not. Because up to
Hello.
yes, please.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am Sushil Dalal from Rohtak, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I want to know that there are certain journals which are considered as clone journal. So
Yeah,
how do we find out this is the clone journal and this is not the actual or real journal?
sir. There is one database that is SJR. SJR. This one.
SJR.
SJR. Scimago.
Okay.
This is sir. So in the most of journal, when you use find the journal, it will show the name of sorry link for the original website.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
If I do the practice, yes. Meanwhile, any other person can ask the query.
Yes, sir. There's one more question from Madam Bharti Mahajan, and she
Yeah.
want to ask that is it possible that clone journals are also showing their paper readily available for citation in Google Scholar?
Yeah, there may be because many of the journals are under because clone journals it means they are clone of any HCI and Scopus journal, but they may be indexed in the other society. They may be under any open access series also. So they may be in the Google Scholar because it accepts all type of the papers.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir, is there any way to find out whether it is a cloned or a link or a
Yes, ma'am, definitely we can identify. Just for our example purpose, suppose this is the journal of magnesium alloy, and anyone share a link with me. So how will I check? I will copy this accession number and open this website, SGR database, and I will paste here and search. So this is the journal. And when I move downward, then you will get in the information home page, this one. So when you click on the home page, it will direct you to the original page of the website or original journal, not to the fake journal. And if you submit your paper from this link, then it would submit it automatically to the original platform. So I hope you your answer is clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Ma'am, actually, there is one complete session is there on my channel on this. Just a minute. Yeah, this session. First is the selection of the good journal and validating the indexing of the journal and identify the fake journal. It is a video of, I think, 10 or 20 minutes. You can find the procedure or the different link. This one. How we can find the fake journal. Even a particular journal may be original, shared by the anyone, but you have some skill to cross verify. That is very important. I think one of the workshop we are organizing in the coming week, that is, I think, I'm not sure about that exact time, that how to identify the journals. So this session is also included in that workshop. So you can only the solution at present, that is you can join this group, WhatsApp group, and you will get the information about the sessions. I have shared the link in the group, sorry, in the chat box. You can join. No extra information you will get from this journal, sorry, this link. Only the research relevant information are shared. So any other query you may ask.
So I think there are no more queries for this session.
Then what should we do?
Let's
How
take
much?
a break.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It was really a wonderful session, and you gave us an insight to the process of research paper writing, skills and techniques, and AI application in the field. So thank you so much once again. And now it's time for a lunch break, and we all will be joining after 1 hour.
Yeah.
So I
At
request I would like to request each and every participant to join the meet at 2 p.m. exactly at 2 p.m. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
मिलाऊं क्या आपके लिए? आपको बोले अभी तक नहीं देखी गई।
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure, ma'am, sure.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon, all present here. Welcome you all in this one-day online national workshop on research paper writing using AI tools. I, Dr. Rosie, session coordinator, welcome you all in validatory session. I heartily welcome our worthy resource person, Dr. Kulwant Singh Ji, Skill Development and Industrial Training Department, Government of Haryana. I welcome our Honorable Management Committee of Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Shahbad Markanda. Welcome to respected Madam Principal, Dr. Aarti Trehanji. Welcome all participants. I also welcome Convener of Research and Development Cell, Dr. Swati Atri, all organizing committee, teaching and non-teaching staff. Welcome again. Once again, welcome you all. Now, I would like to invite respected Sir Dr. Kulwant Singh Ji for enlighten us on research paper writing using AI tools. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I have shared my screen, so I hope my screen is visible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
yes, in last two sessions, we have discussed about the basic structure of a research paper, and in the second session, we discussed how we can effectively utilize the AI tools. And now we will start the AI tools for our research writing. What are the different you can say platforms, and how we can utilize in the research writing. So first of all, what are the different AI powered research assistants? As I discussed in our last session, that there is many tools, but generally in the research we utilize the AI tool as a research assistance, not for the fully we can say sources for research writing purpose. So we identify the three platforms that may be the chatbot for the researchers. As we discussed the chat GPT. Chat GPT is very common and most of the scholars generally use this platform. We have to just write our prompt or our question here and we get the result whatever it is. Suppose I am writing, and my request is to all the participants, you can do the practice parallelly or you may write how you will utilize. If you are doing the practice parallelly, then you may ask your query in the chat box or by opening your mic during the session also. So my prompt here is write a short summary on utilization of solar energy in agriculture. With citations and references. Because the response of AI tools will totally depend how you are asking or what is your prompt here, right? So suppose this is my query. Now you can see it will provide a summary. summary, how we utilize solar energy in agriculture. It may be a small part of your research document, and you will get a detailed information. Now you can see the citation is there. You have to cross verify the citations or everything you will get from the AI tools. But from this paragraph, we can rewrite this content in the short form, and we can claim as it is our own. But main thing is that we will prepare a short note from this information generated by the tool, and these are the references. Similarly, there is second tool. All are same, but main thing is that what is your query? Now suppose the same query I will put here as I mentioned in the chat GPT. So I will paste my query here. So it will also provide the response. You can see here. There is 5 or 6, you can say, references are there. And in the similar way, you can use the Copilot from the Microsoft. You have to sign in to get started. So you can use as per your choice. But these three platforms will work human-like responses. And it is just, suppose a researcher is asking the questions to the supervisor and supervisor is replying. Sometimes suppose we feel that the response from the supervisor is not up to the mark, then we ask some, we add some additional information in our question, then our supervisor will reply accordingly. Suppose my question is, sir, I am facing the problem in welding due to the poor current value. This is just for our example, and my supervisor asked me that increase the current. I think it is a suitable answer. But then again, I will ask my question, sir, there is some limitation of increasing the current in our mechanism. We cannot increase the current from a particular limit. Then he will suggest me some alternative answers. Then I will pick any one that may be suitable for me. So similarly, you can ask the question from these chatbots. It may be ChatGPT, it may be another suggested tool, right? Now, if these assistance tool are, you can say, clear, then we can move for the second. I will share this PPT with the organizer and they will share further to all the participants. Now, we directly move toward the different section of the paper because everyone is keen to know about the different AI tools. So for the title, there is 4 tools we have included. That is your choice, how you will create or which is better for you. If you are expert and you know what is the exact way, then you can use any type of the tool. Now, if we use the first, then what we have to give the input? Input your study area and generate the title. So in the study area, what I will do, I will paste any abstract. So I just copy one abstract from any source. Scholars.google.com. So you need to take any abstract because for writing, title, if you have any abstract, then it is better, I think. So suppose I just copy one abstract from any paper because we want some practice only, right? So I will copy from here and I will paste in the space given here and then click on the generate title. Because now remind that first session we have written our abstract where we include the background, where we include the methodology we opted, results, and conclusion. So accordingly, we will get a title. Now you will see here, titles may be one of them, but at the same time, you have to just remind the things how we can create a title within 5 steps. According to your critical knowledge of that practice, you can select anyone. Or you may finalize by adding 2 or more. That is totally depend upon you. In my opinion, I just take the assistance, which type of the phrases are the keywords are important for my title. I just take the input. Now, there is second is the rightful link. If you go through this link, what you will see, this is the title and this is the abstract. So I will replace this abstract with my abstract. And then I will click on the generate title. This is the second source. You will see this title will be automatically changed. Sorry, there is some error. There may be some error. You can try at your system, but at present it is showing error in my system. So main thing is that there is a space where we need to paste the abstract, and when you click on the generate title, it will give you the title for your abstract. And this particular rightful website where you can generate the abstract, paraphraser is there, academizer is there, and GPT detector is also there. GPT detector, that is the AI similarity. It will give you the AI similarity. Academizer, sometimes we write something, but you feel that this content is not professional. So as per the academics, which type of the thing we have to write, so it will give you suggestion to improve your content. Suppose when I click on this, what I have to, I will paste here and I will click on this option, academize. So the formal version you will get here. Okay, there is some limit of the words. You can 42 to 50 words at a time for the free account. No issue, we can reduce the content up within the prescribed limit, and yeah, you can see this is somewhat improved from this. So these are the different features of this particular platform, but at present we are just doing the practice for the title generation. In ChatGPT, it is very easy. You have to just write your prompt. I am writing a paper on this and this. My abstract is this. If you have the abstract, you can write like this: act as an senior researcher. Please suggest the title for this, right? And just paste your abstract here and enter. Now you will see according to our content provided to this, we will get this. You can refine, you can not observe all exactly these titles because we have picked the random material or a random abstract. If you do the practice with your content, then you will get somewhat accurate and specific outcome. We are doing just practice. Now, after title, if titles are clear, then we can go for the abstract. Because here we just do the practice with the link. If you have link, I think it is not a difficult task to use. It is two link we have included here, ChatGPT, and another one is the ClassGist. ClassGist, you can see that abstract generator is there. Either you can use the Writeful that we have discussed in our previous session. Now you can see here, previous slide, sorry. For abstract, we know we have to write the research, aim, objective, methodology. So from your paper, you need to just paste what we have to write here. Sorry. Because there is some limitations of words, and then I will accordingly change the content. I will try to write the things in such a way to meet its requirement, and then we will do the practice to generate our title. So we write this, and then there is one option to view the abstract. So based on my input, this is the suggested abstract within 178 words. But never copy and paste from all the sources. This is just for your hint purpose. Just take assistant, write the things in your own way. You can improve it. You can write in your own voice, and then you can include in your paper. So you can generate the abstract. Now, from the Writeful, if you click on this option, this is the abstract generator. You can see here, paste your paper from the introduction to the conclusion. Means from the introduction part to the conclusion, you can include, and then click on the generate abstract. It will, it is showing error in my system. This particular website have some error. So you can try. In ChatGPT, you can write about the 4 thing, because you have to give the input, like what is the field of your research, what is the aim and objective of your research, which methodology you used, what are the major outcome, not write all the outcomes, sorry, just major outcomes, any trendy result, any highlight, or you can say any specific extraordinary result you got, and what is the implication of your work. If you write this thing in the inquiry, then you will get the appropriate abstract for the chat, from the ChatGPT. Here one option, suppose I have one abstract. So is it a correct abstract? I can put this prompt, and then I paste my abstract, and I will click on this option, and it will give some input. Your abstract is quite clear, but it can be improved grammatically, and revision is this. When I ask the question, it will give the response. So there may be some chances that you are satisfied with this answer. You may ask your queries later on, or you can say you may add, improve it to make better, right? And this is some additional information you add, and it will give you the improved abstract. So in this way, you can use the chat GPT or the other. Suppose for this is the second chatbot we have discussed. So here what you will do, you will ask your query, is it correct? Abstract. And put the abstract and click. Then you will get what are the strengths, area to improve, and this is the revised. So this particular platform will assist you with some input. Sometimes researchers delay in their research because nobody is there to give input on their work. So these platforms are very good. You can use this platform, but just remember the second session we have discussed, how we can utilize what are the different negative and positive points using these tools. Then you can effectively utilize, you can save your time, you can write your, you can say, documents in very short time. After abstract, because if you think that introduction should be written separate, you can use the chat GPT, or you can say any copilot for writing the different things. Suppose first of all you generate the outline, then in outline there is overview of the solar system, suppose. So you may write your query, the explore solar systems overview in 120 words with the, you can say, support of the literature. So that is totally depend upon you, but there is no such tool. You can say that write the introduction for a paper. So it may provide the outline to you, and then in the outline, every segment you can search separately, and then you can use in your document. There is some other AI tools like Paperpal. Paperpal is a paraphraser, academic writing, and film purpose. So
before and that
so edit Paperpal, right? Here you can see you can continue or you can create your account. If I write here Paperpal, yes. This is the website of Paperpal. You can log in because you have to create the account. You can sign in with your email, and then you can start. Some of services in this platform are free of cost, or you can say the limited access is there, but some of are you can say paid one. So you can use this platform for plagiarism check, submission check. This is very good platform, and this particular you can say this is the Edit Ace Communication. Cactus Communication is one of the publisher is there, and this is associated with that, right? So it is providing some access and managing your document completely. If you see the plan, then because in earlier session there was one question that is it safe, secure. So this is the paid service, and you can feel better in the purchasing or in doing the work. But before purchasing, review all the things. If you feel this is only the platform that can help you, then only go for the purchase. Otherwise, there is no need to purchase. So this is providing the flag check service. Many of the scholars face this challenge. It is powered by the Turnitin. They demand amount per check. Means suppose I want to check my one paper for a single time, so there may be some fees for first time, right? And then suppose you will check the second time, then again you will get you need to pay for the second time service, and you will get a complete report of the flag check. You can see the sample, that is the demo. Yes, this is the report. This type of the report you will get. 15 citations should not be included. From content is mapped from the sources, but you have not included the citation. It means it is providing the good informations. These are the sources from where you have taken the informations. So a complete report you will get. These are the sources, and complete report you will get. And main thing is that this report is generated by the Turnitin, that is the worldwide trusted sources for the flag check. Second service is from the PaperPal is to submission check. Suppose I have completed my paper and I want to submit to the journal. So last minute, how I can check whether it is complete or not? Then you can see the paper check. So it will provide you the complete, you can say, information about your paper. You have to submit your paper here, but it is service that is paid service, then we can expect that it is safe. But we had to discuss the same thing with before purchasing it. After PaperPal, there is another source that is for ask the question, and you can search the literature. It is very quick, fast, and preferable source for the researchers. Consensus. What is the benefit or how it is good? You can see. You can ask a question, and question may be like this. Write a summary on advancement in welding of MGLIs, right? And I will click on the search. You will get the sources with all the details. Your question is directly related to this source. This is the journal, this is the author, citations, year of publication. Means this platform help you to find the relevant paper. Suppose you find any summary from the ChatGPT, you prepare a paragraph. Now you are looking for the research paper to cite, because if you are using the AI tool, you have to find the suitable sources. So this platform will help you to find the research papers, and the main thing is that this particular tool can provide you the papers published in 2024. Means this platform is up to date. Main benefit is that, and all the sources are not fake. You can check directly from the website. There is link is also given here. You can see here the relevant paper to my query is published in 2024. So when you seek some problem of finding the latest paper or in a particular year, you can use this platform. And there is one option, pro option, this option. It is limited service. If you click on this, you will get a summary about this with the citation also from all the selected paper. And from this summary, you may write anything in your paper, in your document. That is your creativity. So finding the sources and for any preparing the summary with the literature, this platform is perfect.
Sir, is this software paid?
No, ma'am. It is free of cost.
And sir, what about this PaperPal that you told earlier?
Ma'am, PaperPal, I think some services are paid, but some you can do free. Limited access is there.
Okay, sir.
Now, next is the Trinka. Trinka is paraphraser. You can do the plagiarism check. You can do the, you can say, document check. Many services are provided by the Trinka also. But here again, I am sharing the thing that limited access is there. How you are utilizing anything, that is totally depend upon you. What critically, how you think. Suppose you write this thing, right? This is a demo. So it first thing is that is the grammatical errors. You can check the grammatical things like this, and it will help you to improve the language of your article like this, right? First thing. Second one is paraphraser. Paraphrasing source is there. What you have to do? You have to select, suppose this content you want to paraphrase, then click here. So for these line, it will provide some paraphrasing content, and if you feel that you want to replace the existing, you have to click on this and it is improved. So if you compare our earlier session where we discussed the Quellbot, then it is better. Then next option is the consistency. Sometimes we write the things, but some theory type, or because our writing should be interesting in story manner, right? So we have to make the content very consistent. So this tool may be helpful to you. Then flag check. But this is under the premium, right? So just a minute. We can use for flag check, but this service is paid. 10 free credits per month. Either you can go for the premium. Then citation checker is there. Citation checker is means in last question, you can say session, one query was there that our paper published in any cloned journal may appear in the scope, Google Scholar. And sometimes suppose you include for the reference or citation, it may be negative impact on your paper. So if you upload your paper here, it will give the report to you. So citation check report, it will provide a report like this. You can see here, when you upload your paper, it will show you like this. Retracted means in your reference list, 4 papers are retracted and they are on high risk. What action you should take? You will have to remove or replace the citation for more credible article. Published long ago, there is 16 papers published a long time, means older papers are there. So review and replace with the latest papers. Journal bar. There is one paper that is the have some bias, and 6 papers are non-standard, means not peer-reviewed journal. So from this, you will get a input about your references, about your citations. Then journal finder. It is also providing a service to find the good journal for your articles. You have to paste your abstract here and you can search the journal. You can see it will give some input here, which is the suitable journal for your paper. And we are providing our abstract here. On the basis of abstract, it will suggest some journals to you. Then the Write Sonic. It is help in the article writing. You can generate the content. Very similar to the ChatGPT, you can try. Then Writeful, we have discussed for the title generation, abstract generation, paraphraser, academizers, and the GPT detector. Now the main purpose is the literature review. Most of the scholars are looking for some sources for the literature review, and it is also very important. So first source we have discussed, that is the consensus. We can use for finding the papers. Sorry, I think we have clicked the another link. First source is the consensus. Yeah, this one. So this is one of the platform from where we can find the journal papers within the seconds and 100% relevant to our question. The second source, that is Insightful. We can find any paper here and this tool will accelerate your research. How? I will tell you. Suppose I am finding my paper, I will write some keywords with my name and I will get my paper from this platform. You can see here this paper. Suppose it will open my paper. Investigation of this and this, right? Published in this journal, citation are this, citing this, publishing year, all these things, right? Now, this is the mapping of this paper. If you understand how many citation I include and how many people cite my paper, all this mapping is here. Now, what are the major benefit of this website? Similar papers. Suppose my supervisor give me one paper to find or to read, and I have to find relevant paper, then I will use this website. Insightful. Insightful. And you can get the hundreds of the paper relevant to this paper. Right? You can see here how many citations, and there is a long list. From this, I can find the most important paper relevant to my paper. These are the most important paper. Review paper related to my topic. You can see here. Top 100 authors of your domain. Most important recent papers. Then top authors, top upcoming authors, top institutions, those who are contributing in this same research field, top journals of the field, and similar journals of the field. This single website may give you the many informations. But the main use of this website is to draw or add the papers in your search because in many of the research, many mapping, many institution networking, author citations, many things are important. So these are the seed papers, and from these paper you can draw these graph in many publications. Some these type of the networking or mapping is important, but you may use this website as per your creativity, right? So this single source is very, very useful. Insightful. The second link was there. Then Litmap. Litmap is also one of the good source to find the backward as well as the forward citation. Means I published my paper in 2020, suppose. Before my paper, suppose I am finding another paper. I am putting the random questions, and I will put the search. Now you can see here, I put the name and author affiliation. So this may be the paper. Suppose this is the important paper. Important paper or my master paper that was shared by my researcher, you can say my guide. So in this particular website, you may search the many relevant papers. Suppose if you know the name of author like this, suppose I can find my paper, MG Alois. Because if you know the paper you have in your hand, you may write the DOI of a paper and you can easily find that paper. It will, yeah, this paper is there. Right? So main benefit of this source is to, yeah, you can see this is the paper I have selected here. So in this paper, these citations are included, and this paper is included in these papers. So this is the network of paper, and from this network, you can find the relevant papers. And this source may be useful for finding the citations and other parameters that may be used in the different type of the analysis for the publication, because these days these analysis are very important. So you may add the papers, because we have selected only one paper. You can add 10, 20, 30, that is your choice. And this AI tool may be helpful for your publication purpose. So utilization of this tool is totally depend upon your critical thinking. How can think critically, extraordinary, that is totally depend upon the individual. There is a lot of, you can say, potential. Then Sourcely is there. Yeah, Sourcely is to find the sources. You can log in. You can try for the research paper. You can, yeah, just a minute. Yes. Now you can start using this platform after signing in, and it is very helpful. You can search. Yes, this is the platform. You can enter or paste your queries. Find the source. I just paste the random content I have selected already. Now you can see the citation worthy text highlights. These are the relevant sources. This is the summary. You can upload the document. Just a minute. From this to this, that is the particular filter. So here you can prepare the data for your analysis purpose. Similar, you can say publication you can find, because these days bibliometrical analysis are bibliometric papers are also important to analyze any impact of any particular research domain or any particular journal or any particular you can say property also. So these things you can get from this particular source. Likewise, there is Elisite is there. Here you can ask your queries, then extract data from PDF. There is one of the additional, you can say, feature is there. What you can do, you can upload your paper. Suppose you have a paper and you want to extract the information from that paper, you can upload. Right? After uploading the paper, you can save your time for reading that paper, which type of information you want to extract, such type of the things you will get automatically. Suppose this paper is uploaded, then I will click on the next and finish. So this is the paper I have selected. Then I use this only a single paper. You can upload multiple papers. Now, this is the paper. This is the summary, right? So what we can do, there is so many options. In the limited access, we can use one or two only. Suppose summary, main finding, methodology, intervention, outcome measure, and limitation. Suppose I want to search what is the main finding of this paper and what is the limitation of this paper. Right? So from this particular paper, it will automatically give you the main finding. From that PDF I have uploaded and what is the limitation of this paper. Now, this particular tool will analyze a particular PDF within the seconds for you, and you can easily do your work. It will save your time. In the same way, you can, for increasing the column, there may be 10 or 15 columns are available here. So you have to upgrade, but upgrade only if you feel that this particular tool is useful for you. Otherwise, what you can do, you can create multiple accounts with the different emails in a group and upload the same paper, 2 parameter analyzed by me, 2 by my another colleague, 2 by my another colleague, like this. And in a, suppose from 10 or 20 paper, we can analyze in a group. Because generally we are writing the papers in a group, then we can do like this. Otherwise, if you have sufficient fund or sufficient, you can say, sources, then you can go for the upgrade. Because once you upgrade, then you can easily download the Excel sheet of this particular analysis. And this is very helpful. One of my research group, because I am working with many of the researchers from the different domains for writing the research papers in collaboration as a mentor, you can say, as a co-author. So we are doing the same practice. And any participant can start working with us for writing the papers, then you can join us. You can join our team. Hyper Right AI is also there. Discovery Researcher Life. This is also one of the good tool for the literature. So all these tools we can utilize for the literature review, literature search, literature analysis, for literature summary, and overall we can say these tools will save our time. But at the same time, we have to work wisely by following the some important aspects of utilizing to save our content or privacy. Now, next is the images. Because in the research, generally question is there that how I can generate the unique picture. So there is few sources. All are same. We can do the practice on any one. Canva is better. XAMPP is also there. That is also good. So we have to create our account. Yes. So in Canva, this is the option where you can generate any AI image with your input. There is a input. So you can write your queries and you will get a image according to your question. Suppose for the practice, what I will do, I will write my query. Yes. Yes. Generate an image of a female professor delivering a seminar in got into industrial peoples in a theater, right? And I will click on the generate AI. This is just for our practice purpose. You can write your queries for your specific purpose. Which type of the image you need? It will suggest four, you can say pictures. So you can choose, or you may write, or you can improve your question accordingly. Sometimes from any query, we cannot get a relevant responses, then you can improve. But these are the unique images. You can see. In the similar way, you can create your pictures, and process is same for all the links. Now we have discussed some links. I have included some more link for your practice, or you can say use purpose. But these are very few. There is thousands of the sources in the AI where you can utilize in our research work, in our academic purpose. But main thing is that tools are there. Which one is suitable for me? We have to identify. Paper Digest is also there. If we do the practice on this, Paper Digest is similar to uh, the source where we find some analysis, or you can say find some information on the particular page. So literature preview. There is two options, so you can use as per your requirement. You can see here, you can write your questions and it will provide the some responses too. Review the single paper. So from every source, you can get as per your choice. There is one option to upload the PDF, and you can upload anything or any paper that you feel that it should be discussed. Ask for PDF, Copilot is there. From that paper, you can ask the questions. Sorry. Just a minute. Paper is, I think, this is the different platform. But this is just like a chatbot. We can ask the question as we are asking to the chat. This is very similar. Ask the question for this review paper. Just here. Ask the question. No. This is a different source. But we can ask the queries according. We can select our different domain, and then you can put your question. But this is for the literature review purpose only, right? Yeah. So this is a conclusion we can say, or the main thing, that how the AI tools or which tool is effective out of the thousands or hundred tools. If you start working, then I think there is as 9 or 10 tools are there. They can easily make your writing work very effective. S-Site is there for find the literature and understand the literature. Scitespace is there. Review my paper. What are the strengths and weaknesses? These are the alternatives. Quillbot for paraphrasing or for summarizing. Trinka for document finding and technical tone to convert your paper in the technical tone. Turnitin, let us provide the similarity detection services. Paperpulp, polishing your writing, and MS Word playing. Concerns, it is for important paper and machine learning base, means you will get all these things updated. And Jasper for summarizing and brainstorming the ideas. So you can also refer these ones. I think this is all about our this session. Now the session is open for your queries.
Thank you very much, sir, for a very informative and interactive session. Thank you, sir, for your invaluable contribution to the success of our event. If anyone want to ask any question, then you are welcome.
Yes,
So,
I want.
very
I have just
useful session.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please. You are audible.
May I ask a small query? Hello,
Anji,
Yes,
sir,
yes,
Anji.
please.
sir. Good afternoon again. It is very fantastic lecture you have delivered. Thank you for giving informative and up-to-date information to all the participants. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, in the last slide, you have summarized all the things into one, and you
Yeah.
have mentioned this platform is for this specific purpose, and that is very very helpful to all the research scholars. So I want to know which platform is best suited, because you have used many platforms for various research purposes. So which one is most efficient for making the hypothesis and methodology?
Sir, actually, hypothesis and methodology is the part of brainstorming. If I say and you say that this methodology or this particular hypothesis, this type of the design we can perform, it is very difficult. So for the brainstorming, after brainstorming, we can do this practice. And so chatbots like Chat GPT and Microsoft, that is the Bing, the third link I have discussed. So these are the, you can say, better. Trinka is also there. Trinka can also give the good inputs for this. You can share the screen again. Because most of the things we will get from the brainstorming. So these research assistants are the good for this purpose. ChatGPT, Perplexity, and the Copilot from the Microsoft.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
फीडबैक वाली लाइन कहाँ थी आपकी?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Your session was excellent, sir. The way you explained how to start research and how to the structure of research, it's really, really beneficial for all the participants and especially for the beginners in the field of research. So I found your lecture very interesting, very enriching, sir. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? If you have any query, please ask your questions. Now, session is open for.
It would be very helpful if you share the PPT of today's workshop for the links and the resources.
No
Okay,
issue,
ma'am.
ma'am. I will share my PPT with the madam, and then you can share with the participant. No issue, ma'am. There is nothing in the PPT. All things we have to share. So I think it is also very important for the scholar, you can say participant, to get these links. This is the main purpose, and they may revise anything after that. Even the scholar or participant can directly approach me with my WhatsApp link or WhatsApp group. They can contact me anytime for any problem in future. Even either any scholar or researcher was the part of any workshop or not, that is not matter. If they seek any assistance, then I will be available.
Now, session is open for feedback by participants. I request to participants, please give your valuable feedback about this workshop. Participants, please give your feedback about this workshop.
Hello.
It was an excellent workshop. Thanks to the organizers, to the principal ma'am of the college, and the conveners and other organizing team members. And I found the session very enriching, very resourceful. सर ने जो जिस तरीके से प्रैक्टिकली सब कुछ एक्सप्लेन किया है, आई थिंक ये प्रैक्टिकल हैंड्स ऑन हमें नहीं मिल पाता है जिस तरीके से सर ने बताया है. थ्योरेटिकल पोर्शन हम बहुत कवर कर चुके हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके से प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच से सर ने सब कुछ कवर किया, आई थिंक दैट इज इनवैल्यूएबल. थैंक यू सो मच सर.
Thank you, ma'am, for your nice feedback. Any another?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank you, respected sir, for sharing such an informative session. Thank you so very much for sharing your views. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I invite Dr. Rajendra Kaur, Member of Research and Development Cell, for vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Rosie.
Hello.
Good,
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon,
Yes.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
is there any feedback form for this session?
Yeah, we will share after the vote of thanks. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Rajendra Kaur. As we conclude today enriching one-day national workshop on research paper writing using AI tools, it's my pleasure to extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who made this workshop a remarkable success. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude on the behalf of our managing committee, principal ma'am, organizing committee, and on the behalf of all participants to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Kulwant Singh, whose insightful guidance and profound knowledge have truly illuminated the power of AI in research writing. Sir, in the first session, you guided us on the essential steps to follow and the critical points to consider while selecting a research protocol for impactful research outcomes. Later, your session on drafting, editing, and utilization of AI tools for research writing have empowered our participants with valuable insights that will surely enhance their research capabilities for future growth and learning. Sir, you not only simplified complex concepts, but also used practical examples to inspire us to embrace AI tools in our research labs to achieve maximum research output. Each session was delivered in a highly engaging and interactive manner that makes this workshop enjoyable and impactful experience. Apart from the practical demonstration, sir, you created an open environment for discussion and a deeper understanding of topic. It was really admirable. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for sharing your insightful words and wisdom on the highly relevant topic in such an interactive and productive manner. Thank you, sir.
Thank you to you all and all the participants. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our managing committee, especially our principal ma'am, Dr. Aarti Trehan, whose unwavering support and vision for innovation have been instrumental in organizing this event. Ma'am, your encouragement enable us to pursue meaningful learning experience that shape our academic journey. We are truly grateful for your support, guidance, and motivation. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to entire organizing committee, including Dr. Swati Atri, the convener of workshop, and all the dedicated members for their commitment and tireless efforts in making this event successful and memorable. The hard work, attention to detail, and dedication of each team member behind the scene ensure the grand success of this workshop. Thank you, everyone. Finally, I extend a warm thank you to all the participants, including faculty, research scholars, and students who joined us from various regions. Thank you all for your active participation, questions, and feedback that have greatly contributed to the success of this workshop. We hope you have gained valuable insights and practical tools to enhance your research writing using AI tools. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, one and all. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Rajinder Kaur. Participants, please note that feedback form has been shared with you in the chat box. There should be no mistake in feedback form so that certificates become correct. As we conclude our seminar, let us stand up for the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thanks, Dr. Kulwansi, and all my dear participants who have joined us since morning. And we have shared the feedback form in the chat box, so you are requested to fill it correctly, so that there will be no problem in the received certificate.